A morning in a Saigon family. I'm 34 years old and work as a civil engineer in Ho Chi Minh City. Outside of my regular job, I also deliver food whenever I have free time to earn a little extra income for my family. My day begins early, while the city is still quiet. From the balcony of our apartment, I can watch the first rays of sunlight slip between the buildings. Saigon wakes up fast. Within minutes, the streets will be filled with thousands of people heading to work, just like every other morning. The first thing I do is head to the kitchen to make breakfast. For me, cooking isn't just about preparing food. It's my way of taking care of the people I love and helping everyone start the day with a good meal. A few minutes later, my wife wakes up. She's a doctor and is currently on maternity leave because she's 8 months pregnant with our second baby. We sit down together for breakfast, talk about our plans for the day, and get excited about meeting our new baby very soon. They're simple conversations, but they're some of the moments I treasure most. Before our daughter wakes up, my wife takes a few minutes to check my health. Having a doctor in the family definitely has its perks. Not long after that, our first daughter wakes up. She's almost 2 years old, full of energy, and always brings laughter into our home. Every morning feels like a little race. Getting her dressed, brushing her teeth, feeding her breakfast, and sometimes convincing her to finish those last few bites. It's busy, sometimes a little chaotic. But these are the moments that make family life so special. Once everyone is ready, we take our daughter to daycare together. By now, the city is fully awake. The roads are packed with people commuting to work and school, and another busy day in Saigon is underway. For me, starting each morning with my family is the greatest motivation I could ask for. It reminds me why I work hard every day, to give my wife and our children a better future. Another side of Saigon. After dropping my daughter off at daycare, it's time to start my workday. Today, I'm visiting a neighborhood that's being redeveloped as part of Ho Chi Minh City's urban renewal plan. For many years, this was home to hundreds of local families. Over time, the infrastructure deteriorated. Small houses were built close together, and the canal gradually became polluted with household waste and trash. At first glance, many people might simply see an old, run-down neighborhood. But for the families who have lived here for decades, this place holds a lifetime of memories. Today, the city is transforming areas like this by restoring canals, upgrading infrastructure, and building new residential communities where families can enjoy safer, cleaner, and more comfortable homes. My next stop is one of these new apartment complexes, which is now in its final stage of construction. The apartment buildings are nearly complete, and the electrical systems, water supply, landscaping, internal roads, and public facilities are all being carefully inspected before the project is handed over to its new residents. My job today is to inspect the progress of the infrastructure and make sure everything is ready before families move in. I've always believed that a home is much more than just a place to live. It's where a family begins a new chapter, creates new memories, and builds new dreams. I hope that when these families move here, their children will grow up in a healthier environment. Parents will enjoy a more comfortable daily life, and everyone will have the opportunity for a brighter future. That's what gives meaning to the work I do every single day. A very Saigon lunch. After wrapping up my morning work, I continue driving through the streets of Saigon. This city never stops surprising me. All it takes is turning into a small alley, and you'll often discover food stalls that have been serving locals for decades. Today, I stop at the street cart selling Vietnamese grilled pork banh mi. In Vietnam, banh mi is one of the most popular everyday meals. A crispy baguette filled with smoky grilled pork, fresh herbs, pickled vegetables, and flavorful sauce. It may look simple, but every bite is packed with flavor. I take my banh mi to the grounds of the new residential community and enjoy my lunch under the shade of a tree. On a busy workday, sometimes a few quiet minutes like this are all I need to recharge. After I finish eating, I sit there for a while, looking at the new apartment buildings as they slowly come together. It's hard not to imagine the families who will soon move in, creating new memories and starting the next chapter of their lives. Moments like this remind me that every project is more than just concrete and steel. It's about building places where people can truly feel at home. An afternoon coffee meeting. In the afternoon, I stop by a coffee shop to meet with a business partner. In Saigon, it's very common for business meetings to happen in cafes. People enjoy a cup of coffee while discussing work in a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere. I really like this part of the city's culture. Business doesn't always happen in an office. Sometimes, the best conversations happen over a good cup of coffee. And that's how my workday comes to an end, with meaningful conversations, new ideas, and another reminder that every day brings an opportunity to build something better. Whether it's a new project, a stronger partnership, or simply a better future for my family. Working a second job. After my regular workday, I often switch to another job. I deliver food. Not long ago, my work as a civil engineer was stable. But recently, Vietnam's construction industry has slowed down. There are fewer projects than before. Construction costs have gone up, and my income has dropped. At the same time, my family is about to welcome a new member. My wife is on maternity leave as we prepare for the arrival of our second baby, so I know I need to step up and do even more. That's why, whenever I finish work at the construction site and still have some time left, I turn on the delivery app and start accepting orders. People sometimes ask me, "You're an engineer. Why are you delivering food?" Honestly, I've never been embarrassed by it. To me, no honest job is beneath anyone. If it's earned through hard work and integrity, it deserves respect. Every delivery gives me a little extra income, but more importantly, it helps me prepare for the exciting new chapter ahead for my family. I believe that as long as I keep working hard and never give up, better days are still ahead. A simple evening with my daughter. After picking up my daughter from daycare, the first thing I do is give her a bath. After a full day of playing with her friends, a warm bath helps her feel clean, relaxed, and ready for the rest of the evening. Once we're both ready, we walk to the supermarket near our apartment to shop for dinner. It's only a few minutes away, and is where our family usually buys everything we need, from fresh vegetables, meat, and seafood, to milk, diapers, and other everyday essentials. I don't usually buy more than we need. We prefer to shop for just the essentials. It helps us save money and avoid wasting food. But for my daughter, every trip to the supermarket has one highlight: the bakery. She absolutely loves fresh bread, so almost every time we come here, I buy her a small loaf. The moment she has it in her hands, she can't stop smiling. After we finish shopping, we don't head home right away. Instead, we spend a few more minutes at the small indoor playground inside the supermarket. For adults, it's only a few minutes, but for a little child, those few minutes can become one of the happiest parts of the day. When she's had enough fun, we walk home together. I start preparing dinner while she plays nearby, chatting to herself or showing me her favorite toys. These simple, ordinary moments may not seem like much, but they're the ones I treasure the most after a long day of work. A taste of home. Hoi An chicken rice. Every time I cook Hoi An chicken rice, it feels like I'm taking a trip back home. I was born and raised in Hoi An, a beautiful ancient town in central Vietnam, nestled along the peaceful Hoi River. Unlike the busy cities, Hoi An isn't known for skyscrapers or fast-paced streets. Instead, it's a place of narrow stone lanes, centuries-old yellow houses, and colorful lanterns that light up the town every evening. Mornings in Hoi An have a special kind of peace. People start their day with a cup of Vietnamese coffee, a bowl of mi quang, or a plate of hot chicken rice. Visitors ride bicycles through quiet streets, while locals greet each other with warm smiles, as if everyone were a neighbor. Life moves a little slower there, and somehow, that slower pace makes you appreciate the little things. Maybe that's why every time I cook Hoi An chicken rice, I remember much more than just the flavor. I remember the scent of the streets after a summer rain, the gentle sound of wooden boats gliding along the Hoi River, and evenings when my whole family gathered around the dinner table. Today I live and work in Saigon, a city that's energetic, fast-moving, and full of opportunity. Life here is very different from Hoi An, but meals like this help me hold on to a piece of my hometown, no matter how far away I am. If you ever have the chance to visit Vietnam, I hope you'll spend a few days in Hoi An. Ending the day after dinner, I usually spend a few quiet moments sitting by my koi pond. It's my favorite time of the day. The traffic noise is gone. Work is over. The phone finally stops ringing. All that's left is a little peace and quiet, a chance to slow down and reflect on the day. Life in Saigon moves fast, but I believe everyone needs a quiet moment to themselves. Even just a few minutes can help you recharge and get ready for a new day. Every day brings new challenges, but I always remind myself to work a little harder, learn something new, and appreciate the simple things that make life meaningful. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into my life here in Vietnam, and I'll see you again in the next video.